Hello, everybody. This is Kirby over yonder, and I wanted to look back at the top five cartoons that I dislike that everyone else likes. Now, the thing that I really like about this one is the way everyone responded to it, because even though um, even though I saw a lot of people actually disagreeing with what I chose, which I wasn't very surprised about, most people seem to really like all these cartoons. But um, people were actually being respectful about their opinions. They weren't saying, "Oh, you suck because you don't like, I don't know, Bob's Burgers." Um, they were actually, you know, obviously they disagreed with me, but they still could understand where I was coming from, and that's what I really gotta give you guys a pat on the back about because I think it can be very hard uh to really, I don't know, I guess res- being able to be respectful about opinions is can be kind of hard sometimes. I remember when I was little, um and I and someone said that they didn't like something that I like, I'd be really upset about that. Excuse me. um but I really gotta pat you guys in the back here for not being jerks, I guess. But anyways, as for the list itself, I guess besides number one, I don't think any of these cartoons are like really bad. Um, I just think that I just don't really see. Well, no, it's not that I don't see what people like in them. It's just that um, I guess it's just that I find them all to be very flawed. And but anyways, let's just get into the actual cartoons. Flapjack was number five. Yeah, I watched this one a little bit as a kid. Obviously I liked Chowder a lot more. Um, but yeah, I this one always just really weirded me out, and some I thought the imagery could be. I guess it was creative, but at the same time, it was really gross, and I never really understood gross out cartoons. Like, why would you want to watch something that makes you makes you cringe or makes you feel disgust? I never understood it. Pretty much the same thing kind of with horror. I just don't understand why you'd want to watch that. Um, and some other things kind of annoyed me, like Flapjack himself could be kind of annoying. Not like I want to cut off my ears annoying, but just a little grating to watch at times. Um, but yeah, it's not obviously not a terrible cartoon. It did do a lot to help, you know, to help Cartoon Network and even cartoons in general. And it was certainly a lot better than pretty much any of the crappy live action shows that aired at the time. So yeah, not a terrible one, but not one of my favorites. Um, and number four was Bob's Burgers. Yeah, Bob's Burgers. I tried um I tried to watch this one a few times. Like I give it quite a few chances. I think four, five maybe. But every time I'd watch it, it was just like I don't know. It always just really bored me. Um, and I guess that's its style. Like it's kind of more dry humor, but I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. I feel like the jokes come across as very awkward and um just not very well delivered, and the characters I don't care about. The voice acting's fine. Um the animation isn't terrible, but it's just kind of another bland looking adult cartoon. Um Yeah, I don't really care much for this one. I have a couple friends who like it, and it's fine for them. But personally, I'm just kind of on it. Not my cup of tea. Um, and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Yeah, for this one, I mostly just ranted on Blue because really, I think Blue just brought down the entire show. I think the show could have been decent. Um, if it weren't for Blue, man, Blue was so annoying. I don't. Even people who like the show seem to really hate Blue. Um, and he just took over the whole show. And even without Blue, I think the show is also just kind of boring. Um, I the other characters like Mac and the other imaginary friends, I just think are kind of eh. The stories are okay. I don't really think it's that funny. I like the concept of a home for imaginary friends. I think that's really cool and creative. But I don't know. It just kind of bored me and Blue. I hate. I'm sorry. I hate Blue so much. He's such an annoying little twerp. I hate him. Um, but number two was Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I don't know why I could add to this one. Um, Beavis and Butthead was just so to me. It reminds me a bit of regular show. Kind of like the dynamic between the main characters reminds me a bit of Mordecai and Rigby, but at least Mordecai and Rigby are a lot more like they do stuff, outside of just laughing and making dumb jokes. Um, they actually do things, and Beavis and Butthead just kind of do nothing except laugh, and it gets really annoying. Um, and the animation was very off-putting to me. I don't like its style. Um, yeah, the show as a whole, it's just not my thing, I guess. Not really my cup of tea. But number one was, of course, Family Guy, and like all of these other cartoons I don't like, but I can see some sort of value in them. I see why people like them, and like I get it, but God, with Family Guy, I'm sorry, I've talked about Family Guy a lot on this channel, but I despise Family Guy so much. I and I always have, even as a kid. Although, obviously, my reasons for not liking it as a kid were probably very stupid, but um, even now, I just can't get behind the nasty spirit of the show. It just feels so out to get people and um, just so offensive for the sake of being offensive. Um, it's not trying to say anything or um, be clever. It's just a bunch of stupid, offensive jokes for the sake of offending people. And um, and the fact that the show would go out of its way to hurt people, um, I just think that's nasty. Um, and I hate the characters, especially Peter and Brian. Um, the animation style is lazy. The cutaway gags are so annoying. Like they really can't fill up a 22-minute story without having cutaway gags every 5 seconds. I mean, other adult cartoons can do it. BoJack, Futurama, Rick and Morty, The Simpsons. Freaking, what gives Family Guy an excuse? Um, I think it's lazy and mean spirited, and my nose is really itchy. I don't know why. Um, but I just cannot stand watching Family Guy. One of my least favorite cartoons, but a lot of people love it, and I guess it's fine, but I do not get it at all. Um, but yeah, I I don't know what else to say. I I don't know. What else do I say here? This was certainly an interesting list. Like I think it's very interesting getting to hear what cartoons other people dislike that everyone else likes. So I thought it'd be fun to do my own list, and yeah, yeah. I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later, and Kirby out.